Cottage Poems by Brontë. Epistle to Rev JB, whilst journeying for the recovery of his health. When warmed with zeal, my rustic muse feels fluttering fain to tell her news, and paint her simple, lowly views with all her art, and though ingenious but obtuse, may touch the heart. Of palaces and courts of kings she thinks but little, never sings, but wildly strikes her uncouth strings in some pool cot, spreads o'er the poor hen fostering wings, and soothes her lot. Well pleased is she to see them smile, and uses every honest wile to mend their hearts. Their cares beguile with rhyming story, and lend them to then God the while, and endless glory. Perchance my poor neglected muse unfit to harass or amuse, escaping praise and loud abuse, unheard, unknown, may feed the moths and wasting dews, as some have done. Her aims are good, howe'er they end. Here comes a foe, and there a friend. These point the dart, and those defend, whilst some deride her, but God will sweetest comforts blend, whatever betide her. Thus heaven supported, she goes midst flatterers, critics, friends, and foes, secure, since he who all things knows approves her aim, and kindly fans or fostering blows her sinking flame. Hence, when she shows her honest face, and tells her tale with awkward grace, importunate to gain a place amongst your friends, to ruthless critics leave her case, and hail her ends. To all my heart is kind and true, but glows with ardent love for you. Though absent, still you rise in view, and talk and smile, whilst heavenly themes forever new our cares beguile. The happy seasons oft return, when love our melting hearts did burn, as we through heavenly themes were borne with heavenward eyes, and faith this empty globe would spurn, and sail the skies. Or when the rising sun shines bright, or setting leaves the world at night, or dazzling sheds his noonday light, or cloudy hides my fancy in her airy flight, with you resides. Where far you wander down the vale, when balmy scents perfume the gale, and purling rills and linnets hail the King of Kings, to muse with you I never fail on heavenly things. Where dashing cataracts astound, and foaming shake the neighboring ground, and spread a hoary mist around, with you I gaze, and think, amidst the deafening sound, on wisdom's ways. Where rocky mountains prop the skies, and round the smiling landscape lies, whilst you look down with tearful eyes on groveling man, my sympathetic fancy flies the scene to scan. From Pisgah's top we then survey the blissful realms of endless day, and all the short but narrow way that lies between, whilst faith emits a heavenly ray and cheers the scene. With you I wander on the shore to hear the angry surges roar, whilst foaming through the sands they pour with constant roll, and meditations heavenward soar and charm the soul. On life's rough sea we are tempest-driven, in crazy barks our canvas riven. Such is the lot to mortals given where sins resort, but he whose anchor's fixed in heaven shall gain the port. Though swelling waves oft beat him back, and tempests make him half a wreck, and passions strong with dangerous tack retard his course, yet Christ the pilot all will check, and quell their force. So talk we as we thoughtful stray along the coast, where dashing spray with rising mist o'erhangs the day, and wets the shore, and thick the vivid flashes play and thunders roar. Whilst passing over this giddy stage, a pious and learned sage resolved heavenly war to wage with passions fell. How oft you view with holy rage these imps of hell! See, with what maddening force they sway the human breast and lead astray, down the steep, broad, destructive way, the giddy throng, till grisly death sweeps all away the fiends among. As when the mad tornado flies, and sounding mingles earth and skies, and while confusion o'er the eyes in terrors dressed, so passions fell and whirlwinds rise, and rend the breast. But whilst this direful tempest raves, and many barks are dashed to staves, I see you tower above the waves, like some tall rock, whose base the harmless ocean laves without a shock. 'Tis he who calms the raging sea, who bids the waves be still in thee, and keeps you from all dangers free amidst the wreck. All sin, all care, and dangers flee in at his beck. And on that great and dreadful day, when heaven and earth shall pass away, each soul to bliss he will convey that knows his name, and give the giddy world a prey to quenchless flame. So oft when Sabbaths bade us rest, and heavenly zeal inspired your breast, obedient to the highest behest, you preached to all, whilst God your zealous efforts blessed, and owned your call. The very thought my soul inspires, and kindles bright her latent fires. My muse feels heart-warm fond desires, and spreads her wings, and aims to join the angelic choirs, and sweetly sing. May rosy health with speed return, and all your wonted ardor burn, and sickness buried in his urn sleep many years. So countless friends who loudly mourn shall dry their tears. Your wailing flock will all rejoice to hear their much-beloved shepherd's voice, and long will bless the happy choice their hearts have made, and tuneful mirth will swell the noise through grove and glade. Your dearer half will join with me to celebrate the Jubilee, and praise the great eternal three with throbbing joy, and taste those pleasures pure and free which never cloy.